Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Damn. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio. Y'all know the fuck it is. Alrighty. So, unfortunately, I took the day off. I needed to take my car to the mechanic to get my oil changed. And, oh, sorry, I'm gassed today. And, I don't know if I told you guys about this. When I bought the car, it was a cloudy day. And then the very next, like, sunny day, I'm walking up to the car and I can't help but notice all these, like, these tiny little white scratches. Oh god damn, sorry. All over the top of the car, all over the place. All over the top of the car, like kind of on the side by the bumpers. It looked like the car got into a fight with a really bad car wash. So right now it's getting buffed and all that stuff. So hopefully it's looking nice and pretty for the rest of the week. Hopefully they fix those scratches because goddamn those things look ugly. All right, enough about that. Let's move on to the topic at hand. I've been meaning to make this video for a while now, talking about why you need both apps, Uber and Lyft, to make the most money in Chicago as an economy driver and as a premium driver. So let's just dive right into it right now. Okay, so first, each one of these methods, it's the same method for economy and for premium. But I want you first thing like this probably applies more to premium drivers, but economy drivers, feel free to give it a shot. I never really did it this way, um, but that doesn't mean you guys don't. You guys can if you want to. This is all knowledge I've gotten over my tenure as an Uber driver and obviously my group chat and stuff like that. Um, but let's just imagine the morning rush is over, and I guess you know what. I'll talk about this right now. This is if you have like if you're not super concerned by cancellation rate or you don't cancel on a ton of rides, um, and you have both apps. This applied more when the Lyft primetime multiplier was around, and with the Uber surge too with the multiplier. What I would do is you don't need two phones to run Uber and Lyft. Obviously, you could do it on one phone. I mean, if you have two devices, give it a shot. Who cares? But if you're, let's say you have, let's say you're on your way to an Uber pickup, right? And it's like a $7 flat surge. It's a busy morning, $7 flat surge. And then you open your Lyft app and you notice for some odd reason you're in a $12 power zone. You know, what's the better move for you? The $7 flat surge or the $12 power zone? You know, if you turn on Lyft and you get that Lyft ping, then it's a much better move for you to just cancel on the flat surge ride and take the Lyft ride. Same thing, vice versa. If you're on your way to go get a $5 personal power zone on Lyft and you leave your Uber app open and you get a $10 flat surge, then the move would be to take the Uber ride, right? I call that trading up. And I used to do that all the time back on economy when there was like a Lyft multiplier. You know, if I had a $13 flat surge on Uber, but then a 200% prime time showed up, then you bet your ass on taking that prime time, right? But they don't really have that anymore, so it doesn't really apply. So moving on. That's the trading up. I call that trading up. You guys feel free to do if you want. That's if you have room to wiggle on your cancellation rate. Do not go on a cancellation spree. You'll probably get deactivated or suspended. Don't do it. Don't be like, Gio, your advice costing my account. Fuck you, you're dead. Yeah, let's not have any of that. Let's not hear what you want to hear and hear what I'm telling you, okay? So that's trading up. All right, moving on. Let's say the morning rush is over, right? It's 10:30, 11 a.m. You got both apps open. All right, here's what I would, if you're an economy driver. If you're an economy driver and you value your acceptance rate on Uber, let's say you want the Uber Pro rewards and you want the estimated trip duration, which I'm a fan of, so I definitely want my acceptance rate to stay above 85%, then here's what I would do if I was you guys trying to maximize earnings on economy, right? Let's say you're parked, you're waiting for a ride, you're doing an Uber ride, but your Lyft app is on accepting all rides all the time, okay? Because you want, here's the reason you want to do that. Let's imagine you are on an Uber ride. You're currently on an Uber ride right now. And then on the way to drop off that person, you get a 30 plus Lyft request, 45 plus Lyft request, right? that means you have limited the amount of time you spent looking for rides, and you're immediately available to go get another ride right away, right? So I tell everyone on economy, if you're doing UberX, don't be afraid to leave your Lyft app open, because just in case you complete an Uber ride and there's a Lyft request 2 blocks away, that could be going to the airport or could be going, you want those good distance rides in off hours. They don't happen all the time, but when they do happen, that's when you want them, right? You don't want to get dragged out of the city at 7 a.m. You'd rather get dragged out of the city at 11 a.m., noon, right? So leave your Uber app on all day, or leave your Uber app on while you're doing rides, and then if you manage to somehow get lucky with a long Lyft ride, then turn your Uber app off and complete the Lyft ride. And as you're completing the Lyft ride, turn your Uber app back on. Right? Don't be afraid to turn your app on as you're completing rides. But then again, since Lyft does not penalize for low acceptance rates, only for high cancellation rates, that's why I suggest every single one of you leave your Lyft app on all day. Who cares? Obviously, don't deduct the miles you're using on Lyft as you are with Uber, because you're getting in trouble from the government. But that's how I do it. That's if you value your acceptance rate. Okay? If you don't value your acceptance rate, then do the exact opposite. Right? Do the exact opposite of what I just told you, except same thing. If you're completing a Lyft ride, then leave your Uber app open and hope for long rides on that. Because keep in mind, if you don't have the estimated trip duration, then you're only gonna get long trip notifications on 45 minute requests. Okay, keep that in mind. So that's for economy drivers. Premium drivers, pretty much the same thing. Since I do value my acceptance rate, because I like my trip duration, because with trip duration, I really kind of get to be as precise as I want to be driving. I'm very big on limiting my dead miles, maximizing my per mile average, maximizing my per hour average. So I don't need the trip duration, but it helps. Okay, so same thing on Uber. If I'm doing an XL ride on a Saturday night, while I'm on an XL ride, I'm leaving my Lyft app open the entire time. 100% of the time I'm doing Uber XLs or something, my Lyft app is open. Same thing with Lyft. If I'm doing a Lyft XL, then, not really, because as I'm wrapping up my Lyft XL ride, then I'll turn Uber back on. So I'll find a place to park, and I'll just kind of wait them out. I'll wait them both out, right? And I don't usually trade up that much on premiums. I have in the past, but I don't like doing it as much. But I will say the only thing that's different about premium is, and this is for if you value your acceptance rate, is if I'm doing Uber Select ride, that's when I turn my Lyft app off, because these people are paying so much money for a ride. You're paying for a higher service, higher platform. I don't disturb them with any other kind of chimes or anything. I don't check my phone, nothing. If you got a Select ride, a Lux ride, Lux Black, Lux XL, you're getting the best service I can offer. I'm not going to bother you with any other kind of app notifications or chimes. That's how I do it. If you guys do it differently, fine. Another thing too is, and that's if you value your acceptance rate. For example, my buddy Manny, he drives a MKZ. He does not have the 85% acceptance rate. So during non-peak hours, in the morning, he and I have about the same strategy. After peak hours, then he'll just park his car and he'll just wait for Lyft Lux Black, or on Uber he'll wait for Select. And since he doesn't really care about acceptance rating that much, he'll keep Uber X on, and he'll just wait for Comfort and Uber Select. That's what works for him. He makes anywhere from $1,750 to $2,000 a week. He has his own approach to making money. That's kind of the last point I want to make about this video is this is one way of how you can really maximize your earnings and maximize your time on both apps, and how after doing this for a certain amount of time, you're like, okay, well, now I already know what I'm doing. I don't have to run both apps all the time. But like I said, if hopefully you guys got some inspiration from this video. You might be like, oh, I wouldn't. I think that's one thing people aren't doing enough is they're not leaving both apps on, because a lot of you think that your acceptance rates matters on Lyft. As of right now, it does not matter. And it mostly doesn't matter on Uber unless you want to keep your trip duration in Uber Pro markets. So that's all I got for this one, guys. I want to thank y'all for watching. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys start sharing these videos, help the channel grow a little bit. I think this is some pretty good advice to some of you guys. So let me know what you guys think. Everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay classy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.